Mogul Motivation, educating and empowering entrepreneurs 1 week at a time. Presented by True Stories Media. And I am your host, Antoine Twiz Taylor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mogul Motivation. I am happy that you are here. If this is your first time listening to this podcast was created for the aspiring entrepreneur who comes from nothing. The aspiring entrepreneur who has big dreams of building a great business and achieving success and wealth, but don't necessarily know how to start or know how to stay motivated, who goes through a lot of hardships, as we all do. But the aspiring entrepreneur who literally comes from nothing, no resources, no help, from poverty, from working class, this podcast is for you. This podcast is for anybody who has a dream and wants to accomplish that dream. I don't ask for any money. All I ask is that if you find anything beneficial in this podcast, you pass it on to someone else that may benefit from it as well. It's a gloomy day here in Chicago, but it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a bright day for me, and it's going to be a bright day for you. So I want to get straight into the point today. I recently read an article about sharks. I love wildlife. I love reading about animals and how they live in their habitats and all of these things. And I was reading an article about sharks and how they hunt food, and specifically how they hunt seals and sea lions. It's a very methodical and long process. They don't just basically set their eyes on a sea lion or a seal and they go after it. It's basically methodical. What they do is, when these seals and these sea lions go to rocks and plateaus to rest and to sunbathe, the sharks will circle around that area and they start to build a wall. And as they're circling around this area, they're basically patiently waiting for a seal or a sea lion to come within their reach. And when that happens, they leap forward and they grab at them. And sometimes they miss, but sometimes they don't miss. The thing about it is, ladies and gentlemen, it takes a lot of focus to do that. You see, the sharks, they don't basically circle around their prey and then decide, oh, this is taking too long. Let me go eat some trout. Let me go eat something else. Let me go find something else that can crave my hunger. They don't do that. They remain focused on their prey, on their target, which is the sea lion or the seal. And they do that and they have patience until they get what they want. The same thing applies to entrepreneurs and anybody with a dream. We have to be focused. We have to be so focused that it's ferocious. We have to have a ferocious focus when we're going after our goals and our targets. We can't allow ourselves to get distracted and scattered. Whatever your goal is, when you start your business, whatever your goal is, you have to be so focused on that goal that nothing else can deter you from it. You have to remain focused on that one goal. And you have to be ferocious with it. Once your mind is locked in on it, your actions will follow. And you're not going to stop until you accomplish that goal. If your goal is to be the top makeup artist in your city, then you have to do that. And you have to remain focused on that goal. If your goal is to become the best chef in your industry, then you have to stay focused on that and do it. You have to be so ferocious with your goals that everything else is a blur outside of that. You have to have tunnel vision. That's what it's going to take to build your business and to get to where you want to go. You can't start a task. You can't set out towards a goal and then midway through that goal, you decide, oh, you know what? I'm going to do this too. Oh, I'm going to do this too. Because what you're doing now is you're just creating multiple hobbies that ultimately are going to bog you down and stop you from accomplishing your ultimate goal. Focus. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to focus. In this world today, it's so easy to get caught up in other things and to want to do, a million different things. But you have to really distinguish what's a hobby and what's a business. Every hobby is not meant to be a business. Everything that you enjoy doing is not meant to be a business. Your business is your ultimate passion, what you're ultimately good at, and what you love to do for the rest of your life, and that was really going to bring you money. You have to master a skill set. Every entrepreneur and everybody that's great at something has mastered a skill set. They're not great at everything. They're not the jack of all trades, but they're a master at one specific thing, and they build off of that. That's what you have to distinguish, and that's what you have to realize when you're building your business and when you're going forward. What are you great at? What's the one thing that you're great at that also brings you happiness? Whatever that one thing is, that's what you lock down, that's what you focus on, and that's what you go forward with. Don't necessarily start doing things because they seem to be trends, they seem to be fads, or you think it's going to bring you quick money. Because now you're starting off on the wrong foot and you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to run in circles, and eventually you're going to bog down your true passion, and then you're going to be stuck in one spot for years. You have to have a ferocious focus. You have to find one thing and be so laser focused on that nothing else is going to stop you. Just like those sharks. Those sharks are so focused on those sea lions and those seals that nothing else, not another shark, not a whale, nothing else is going to stop them from getting what they want. You have to be hungry for it. It comes down to how bad do you really want it? Do you want to be like everybody else? Because everybody else is going to be average. Everybody else is going to be mediocre. If entrepreneurship was easy, everybody would do it. But it's not easy. Becoming a great person is not easy. It's easy to be mediocre, but it's not easy to be great. It's not easy to build $1 million business. It's not easy to become a great surgeon, a great lawyer, or a great person of value that benefits millions of lives. No matter what your dream is, being great is your ultimate goal. And you have to have a ferocious focus on that goal. So that's my message this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very short, very brief. Stay focused on your goal. And when you accomplish that goal, then you create more. And you create more. You stay focused, laser focused, and you continue to elevate to the next level. But do not scatter yourself while you're still trying to accomplish your first goal. Do not scatter yourself while you're trying to accomplish your second goal. All of those things will follow. Just stay focused on the big picture, and you will get there in due time. I promise you. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue to work. Let's continue to imagine reality. And let's stay ferocious and focused on our goals and our passion so that we can accomplish them. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next week.